everybody. Everybody can hear me. We appreciate you all getting on this afternoon for a very special announcement. The Rangers this morning announcing that Elvis Andrus is being selected as the 27th member of the Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame. Very well-deserved honor, and Elvis has given us time here to take some questions from the media. But before we start, we have a guest that would like to say something to Elvis. So, guest, can you please identify yourself and
Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
The Texas Rangers Hall of Fame, brother. Well deserved.
Thank you.
I don't know. They let everybody in now, so you made it. No, but seriously, well deserved, man. It's an honor for me to have you in this group. You were such inspiration for me, the way you play the game, having fun playing all those games, and the way you lift our team, our ball club, and the engine that we had in the first or second here in the lineup, man. For me and for all the guys, I can speak for this for them too. It was a pleasure having you. So seriously, congratulations and well deserved.
No, thank you, my brother. And yeah, they let everybody in. But no, it is an honor. I did not expect this. You know more than anyone know that I never expected this. Being in the hall with you, alongside with you, and the rest of the list is just a blessing, and it's an honor for me to be part of that. And I can't wait that day and being able to see you all in the field that day, so we can cherish together. But especially with you, brother, you are probably the main reason that I'm in the Hall of Fame. You elevate my game. I was able to watch you, and you kind of make it easy. So guys like you, Michael Young, Kinsler, and the list goes on. That are pretty much the reason why I'm getting induction into the Hall of Fame for the Rangers. It's a dream come true, something that I did not plan, but I'm very honored to be part of the group.
Thank you, Adrian. I don't know if you want to stick around or you got to go back to.
I got 1 minute. I'm good. I want to hear.
Okay, we did announce today too. We're not giving a lot of details, but we did announce that we're going to do the statue unveiling on Friday, August 22nd. And we're not giving out any more details, but do you have anything you want to just say about that? You've seen the stuff and everything, the statue and everything.
Of course, it's an honor. Obviously, it was a surprise for me when that got mentioned last year. I didn't expect that. But I can wait to see how it looks. I thought it made me look nice and handsome.
That's hard.
But it's really an honor to be able to be part of a couple statues that going to be built in that stadium. So obviously they expect that, but I'm looking forward to it.
And I will say, Adrian has had a lot to do with how it's going to. I mean, he's been really involved in the process, which we really appreciated, because I did not want him to get mad at us if it didn't look like him, and I think he's happy with the way it's going to look. So thanks, Adrian, and we're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll let Adrian go, and then we'll take questions from Elvis. If you just want to raise your hands. Who has a question? No questions? Go ahead, Evan. You're on mute, Evan. Come on.
Jesus, Evan. By now,
hi, Elvis. Oh, Adrian, you're still there.
Yeah. I want to hear you talk. That's why after that, I leave.
I knew that would be enough to scare you away. Congratulations to both of you. Elvis, I know this day was going to come, but what's it mean to you?
It means a lot. I think that, like I said previously, it's something that as a player, you don't play the game expecting be in the Hall of Fame. I think that's kind of like a consequence of your hard work. And I've been so blessed, like I say, multiple occasions to have such a great role models in my career. Like Adrian is probably the biggest one, but like I said earlier, Michael Poch, Vladimir Guerrero Sr., Ian Kinsler. I mean, the list goes on. And those guys just teach you the right way of doing it. So I mean, just for me to be in the same hall as Adrian and Josh and Michael and Kings and Poch, it's something surreal. It's something that I don't think I will believe it. Even the day that I'm in the ballpark getting inducted is something that is just out of my mind. And the honor for me, for my family, for me always was to be in the big leagues and make my dream come true, which is play the game at the highest levels I could and help getting great reputation for the Texas Rangers. And I think this is extra. This, what the team did with me last year in my retirement, the love from the fans, like I'm being honest. I'm not being cocky or anything like that. It's just something that I did not expect. It's something that I didn't play for. I just always trying to be genuine and have fun and be a good player. Do my job with the gifts that I had that God gave me. So being inducted is extra. It's something that it's huge for me, for my family, and then friends been texting me the whole day. So it means a lot.
Adrian, is there going to be a time limit on Elvis's speech? Are you going to put a time limit on the speech?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't want to mention, but I want it to be like some of the guys that speak there for about 30 minutes. So yeah, we'll talk to John to see what the limit. Give him about 2 minutes. He talks too much.
Hey, look, if you go around the diamond, right? It's from the 2011 team. It's Michael, Ian, you, Elvis, Adrian, and Josh. The 2010 team, obviously, Adrian wasn't here at that point yet, but like it's basically that whole core. And you just mentioned all those guys. What does that say about that chapter in Rangers history?
No, it says a lot. I think that that was a special group, not only as a player, as a human being. They shaped me. I was a kid. I was a young buck. In those years, and the person, the man that I am right now is because of Adrian, of Ian, of Michael, of all of those role models that they showed me not only how to be a good baseball player, but how to be a good human being all around. And a lot of people always ask me, what was the key for me? And for me, it was just look up to who I got around, the group that I was blessed to be part of, and learn and trying to copy and emulate as much as I could. And literally, that's what I did for the majority of my career, especially those years that we played together. They make it super easy for me. Like any situation in the game, I can literally look at Michael Young, what his approach was, and I do it. Defensively, I always feed off Adrian and Ian. I was, when you play with such a high level talent, there's no other way than actually get better. You don't want to be the one, like the weak link. So it just elevated my game to a level that I think that's the reason that I'm, being inducted. But I mean, they are, and I never be tired to say they are the reason that, I am where I am and I'm getting elected is because the amazing example and role models that I had throughout my career, especially in my first 10 years.
Thank you. I'll let other guys ask questions.
I'm out now. Well said. Congratulations, buddy.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks,
Baba.
Adrian. Appreciate it.
See ya.
Bye, Adrian.
Jeff?
All right. All of that said, though, you brought something to the table. How would you describe the style with which you played?
Yeah, no, I was always proud of what I did. Like I say, I didn't have to do too much, but it's pretty much, especially coming from Wash, since my first year, I was literally doing the dirty job. I always mess or joke around Wash through the years because I always said that like I was a player that make him be a manager because when you have Adrian and Ian, those guys are autopilot. But I know that Wash through me, he was able to do the hit and run, the sacrifice, the things that he loved, being as a manager. So I knew my job. I knew what I had to do. I knew that I didn't put pressure on myself because I knew I don't need to put the 20, 30 homer season or the 100 RBIs. I knew my job was play great defense, get on base, and be an energy, feed my teammates, help them in any way. But, the same way they helped me through my career, I know I helped them through my energy and through, sacrificing myself for them. And I mean, I don't know how many times I sacrificed for Josh to make it a lot easier, which he did not need help, but he just fit my game and knew what I needed to do and just be the best. What I was asked for me to do. I think that, I always trying to talk to a lot of guys. They're kind of not the powerful or have the biggest tool, but I tell him just know where you are, know your team, and do the best. If he's sacrificing, if he's moving the runner, if he's playing great defense, being on base, being annoying, just bring that engine. You have to do it. And I knew since early in my career and Watch always making sure that I knew my role and if I was able to do it at a high level, it was just going to make the team better. And that's what I really work on. And I was able to do it.
What's the I don't know, the bond that you made with those guys going back to, I don't know, I mean, I remember your first big league spring training in '08, but what's the bond like today? Do you still talk to these guys? And I'm guessing it goes a lot wider than just the four guys you keep mentioning.
Yeah, no, like for me, I think that one of the reason I mentioned so much, they were like such an amazing role model is because literally, like, I mean, Adrian isn't a big example, like through the season or off the season, when I was gonna have my first kid, when I was thinking of proposing to my wife, Corey, like literally my teammates were the guys that I was looking up to, talk to, and ask for advice. Same with like life advice, in general. I have Wash, I have Gary Petty's early in my career. I mean, so many coaches that literally not only coach me in baseball, they were able to help me through my life. So I mean, it's just in general, the man that I am right now, in part, is because of all the little things that they did for me, all the advices that they did for me. All the time they gave me where, they have their own family, their own kids, and, they still were able to give me time and welcome me into their homes. So, I mean, like I said, at that moment, I was the youngest. And, like for Ian, I see his kids now. It's crazy, like I met them when they were like babies. And I think at some point, they make me a better player, and our relationship still until this day, like I'm talking to Poch whenever he's in town. I mean, obviously with Adrian, we're always talking to him, and I'm literally still annoying. Like as a player, as a teammate, I still being annoying. But same with Michael. Like I know, like whenever I need an advice, whether it's now broadcasting or whatever venture in the future. I know there's guys that I can call and I can ask for a good advice, and they're always been there. And the same way they're there for me, I'll be there for them.
Thanks, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jeff.
Steven?
Elvis, you're way too young to be in the Hall of Fame, but then again, you got here when you were a kid, right? So, hey, how much did last year kind of help you to your transition? Obviously, realizing that you were done playing the game and the fact that you've got other things moving ahead. How did that prepare you now for the next stage, being a father, all full time, being the baseball analyst, and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it came in the right time. And I mean, first most, it was me accepting, Jesus as my Lord and Savior. I think that's literally made my transition amazing. Like where, before I convert, I have so many questions like, what am I gonna do? Like, baseball is everything for me. Am I gonna be depressed? Am I gonna be excited? I have anxiety for what's coming next, and so for me to being able to accept Lord as my savior, it completely changed, man. Like the transition went from being, oh my God, what's gonna happen, to like I'm good. Like, there's a purpose in my life, and things are gonna end up the way it's supposed to. So I think that's, first of all, that was the first thing for me, that when people see my transition, and they're like, see me so happy and so joyful, and they're like, how do you do it? Like, I know a lot of athletes don't have the same result, but for me, I always have to bring me converting, as a Christian, was 99% of who I am, and how good of transition I had, and how well I still moving forward and going forward. And that, that set up for everything else. Like, life is a lot complex than just baseball, and it's hard when you're playing it since you're a baby, and your whole world and everything around you is baseball. So I think that's something, maturing kind of goes along with that, like turning the page, and knowing there's a lot more things in life than all just as a baseball player. So I think there were a lot of components, but like me, having a relationship with our Lord, my Lord, Jesus Christ, I think that's the reason I'm where I'm at.
All right, man. Appreciate you as always. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Jared?
Elvis, you were a fan favorite from pretty much the time you got to Arlington, and I'm just curious what that meant to you, that from an early stage in your career here, that you were embraced the way you were by the fans.
Yeah, that was very critical for me. I think I'm a very social person, so the interaction, the energy that I felt since day one. And I mean, at the beginning was, me being so young, my name is Elvis. So I think that, like, everything just kind of like clicked with me and the fans here in Texas. But, I always feed off of the fans. I always say through my whole career that the fans are the extra player, that nobody count, but they make you be Superman, Superman. They, it's through the fans that, like, you go, especially back in the day in the old ballpark, through those 100 degrees days. The fans were the one that helped you go through it. They were the one that you like fight until like the postseason, and literally were like, there's nothing to give when you hear the fans and the support of the fans. They are the one that make things happen. So for me, I learned that, I saw it, and I lean into it early in my career, because fans are the one that make the sport. Without fans, and I know that because I played in 2020. Without fans, baseball or any sport in the world did not work. Like, simple as that. I think that they are the life of any sport. So for me, I'm always been very straightforward with fans. I always saw myself as an entertaining. I don't know if it's because of my name, Elvis, but I want to entertain. I want people to come to the ballpark and literally enjoy, and literally, like, if I can get a smile, if we can do something in the field that they haven't seen, they can go home, and, like, even if their life is not doing well, they can go to the ballpark and literally, like, decompress and relax and have fun and enjoy life. So I took that very seriously, and still, I was a few weeks ago signing autograph during the Fan Fest, and I really enjoy it. Like, it's genuine for me. Like, my relationship with the fan means a lot, and every time I go to the ballpark, a bunch of the memories that come back is my interaction through the years with the people here in Texas.
And then I always hear players talking about the first time they get traded. It's hard. When you got traded to Texas, was that hard for you? And what do you remember about coming over to the organization? And when did you feel at home with the organization?
No, since day one. I mean, there's a big story backstage that a lot of people doesn't know. for people that doesn't know, I almost literally signed with the Texas Rangers at 16. You know, a lot of people know that I signed with Atlanta Braves, but it was literally until the last yard. It was either Texas. So when I got traded, you know, I was sad, but at some point I was very happy because I knew. I mean, I met John Daniel when he was assistant GM of John Hart in Dominican Republic. You know, I remember the manager was Buck Walter. So like, I knew pretty much everyone. Jamie Reed was there, you know, when I was 15 years old. So like, when I got traded, I was sad, but at the same time, I think it was fate for me to be part of the Texas Ranger organization, and you know, I really embraced it. They embraced me since day one. They always had me in the plans. I was always part of the future of the Texas Rangers, and as a player, that's what you always prayed and want. You know, be accepted, be part of the plan, be part of the future of any organizations, and since day one, I always feel welcome. And I mean, the fans, it was love at first sight with me and the fans since 2009. So
Congrats, Elvis.
thank you, brother.
We have any other questions before we let Elvis go? All good? Again, the induction ceremony is scheduled for Saturday, June 28th. Rangers play the Mariners that day. I'm sure we'll have a luncheon the day before, and we'll be bringing in a lot of the teammates. This is also the 15th anniversary of the first World Series team in 2010. So we'll have a lot of fun that weekend. Elvis, thanks. Congratulations. And thanks, everybody, for getting on today. Appreciate it.
Thank you, John. Thank everyone, and have a great day, man. See you guys. We'll see you guys soon, especially Jarrett, which is my co-host. So
Can't wait.
take care, man. God bless you guys.